Hi guys, it's Coach Clinton again, and it's quarantine for gymnastics. Here are some ideas for beginner, intermediate, and advanced gymnastics at home and some conditioning. I'm going to take you through a quick warm-up. We're going to start with 30 jumping jacks and go. Yes? Wonderful. You can go ahead and count with me. And boom. Now we're gonna do high knees in place. Try and get your knees above your belly button and move your arms as well. Yes, yes, yes. Can you point your feet off the ground? I'm doing my very best. And wonderful. Now we're gonna do some butt kickers. You wanna try and get your heel all the way to your bottom. We're gonna do this one for 30 seconds also. And go. Can you move your arms as well? Excellent. Get your heel all the way to your bottom. And freeze. Now we're gonna stand into a straddle, heels after, and we're gonna touch the opposite hand to opposite foot. Other one's gonna be the ceiling. We're gonna go 10 times. Wonderful, it's like a windmill right here. Excellent. And go ahead and jump back together, and let's do some arm swings. Go ahead and give yourself a big giant hug. Oh, I love myself. I can't wait to do gymnastics. Excellent. All right, now we're gonna sit into a straddle. Alrighty, make sure your legs are nice and straight, your feet are pointed, and we're gonna reach to the right side for 20 seconds with both hands, keeping our legs straight and our foot as pointed possible. See if you can get your chest to as close as your leg as possible. And let's go to the other side. Sit up nice and tall, like you're pulling a puppet string, and go ahead, try and touch both hands. Disregard that I can't touch with my right hand. Pretend I am doing it though. Excellent. And let's go as flat as a pancake. If you had them for breakfast, I hope you put syrup on them. And go ahead, all the way for 20 seconds. Yes, I am a mountain of flapjacks, just so you know, but you have to go as a single one. Beautiful. And go ahead and bring your legs together into what we call a pike, okay? Maintaining straight legs. Point your toes to the ground for 10 seconds and sit up really nice and tall. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and flex our feet. Try and get your heels off the ground. Let's hold this for 10 seconds as well. Keep your legs extra tight and squeeze. Pull your knees to the ground if you can. And now let's switch for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to warm up our ankles because we're about to roll those out next. Go ahead and cross one over, make the number 4. Because we are going to be here for a while. And roll it out 10 times. We can count in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. Pretend I did well. And switch, other side. And let's go ahead and roll this one out 10 times also. Make sure you use your hand when rolling out your ankle so that you get a good stretch and warm up. And go ahead back to the pike stretch. Straight legs, pointed toes, and let's stretch our wrists. Go ahead and push your hands firmly together and as strong as possible so that you have a little bit of pressure to warm them up. And flick them down and press them together also. And let's roll them out 4 times one way and 4 times the other way and give them a good shake. All right, now we're gonna get into a bridge. Go ahead and lay flat on your back. Knees to the ceiling, elbows to the ceiling. Push your stomach all the way up and hold for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And let's rock and roll 5 times. You are gonna repeat this twice, by the way. And bam, bam, chicken and ham. All right, flight school family. Now we're gonna get into some conditioning exercises to keep our muscles strong for gymnastics. We're gonna do some push-up variations for all levels. Beginners are gonna be on their knees for the push-up position. Make sure your shoulder is underneath your wrist or on top of your wrist, and you're gonna bring your chest all the way to the floor, and then you're gonna push it away as strong as possible, keeping your arms really, really close to your body. Make sure your elbows don't go out like a chicken. Keep them as close hugging to your body as possible, and we're gonna do 2 sets of 10. And make sure you're flexing your abs while performing the push-up position. And now we're gonna move on to intermediate. So intermediate is gonna go onto their feet in a high plank. Make sure your bottom is nice and tight and your legs are straight. Still maintaining shoulders over the wrist, keeping a neutral head. And you're gonna also drop your chest to the ground, keeping the elbows close to the side of the body and pushing the floor away. And you are going to try 2 times 7 at the strongest possible Advanced is going to stay here as well, but you are adding 3 repetitions. You are going to do 2 sets of 10 push-ups for really, really strong arms. Bam. Now we're gonna move right, guys. Up next is an elbow plank. Right here, we are going to isolate our body in a hold. You're gonna come down onto both elbows, facing forward. Your shoulder's gonna be on top of your elbow, onto your feet, keeping your legs straight and your bottom tight. You're going to look at your hands so you maintain a neutral head, and then I want you to push your back as tall to the ceiling as possible and squeezing your stomach super, super tight. Beginners are gonna be here 2 times for 30 seconds. Intermediates are gonna go 2 times for 45 seconds, and advanced is gonna do 2 times for 1 minute. As strong as you can, hold this position. You can sing your ABCs. You can think of what you're gonna have for dinner that night and or whatever, and when you finish, you're like, oh, I feel so good, yes! All right, Flight School family, a strong core is always awesome for gymnastics. We're gonna get into some variations for some abdominal work, okay? We're gonna start with some tuck-ups for beginners. You're going to bring your knees in towards your chest, keeping your bottom on the ground. We are gonna do this 15 times, but repeat it twice. But when you get to the number 15, you're gonna hold the tuck position. Try and keep your legs together and your shins and your feet facing the ceiling and your arms parallel beside your knees and a neutral head facing forward. Keep your core nice and tight. We're gonna hold this for 20 seconds after we finish our 15, okay? Intermediates, you are going to add 5 tuck-ups, so you're gonna go all the way to 20 2 times. At the end of your 20, you're going to hold your tuck-up for 20 seconds also. Same thing applies. Legs together, shins are facing the ceiling. Maintain a nice tuck position. Intermediates, this is you. Now advanced, we are going to do what we call a V-up. It's a sit-up and a leg lift at the same time. So you have to do a full sit-up and full leg lift. Try and reach for your toes, keeping your legs as straight as possible. Feet touching and pointed super, super hard. Once you make it to 10, you're gonna hold a hollow body hold. You're gonna bring your shoulders off the ground. Try and keep your back flat. Bottom squeeze, legs are tight. Feet are pointed. And you're gonna hold this for 20 seconds. Advanced, you repeat this twice. You have 10 V-ups. Once you get to 10, you're gonna hold the hollow body hold shape for 20 seconds. Hope you enjoy. Alright, guys, last but not least, we're gonna get into some handstand holds. But first, you need to ask your parents for permission and find a safe place to perform this exercise, okay? We're gonna start with the beginner handstand. You're gonna come down to a squat, putting your hands on the floor. You're gonna march 1 foot up on the wall or area at a time in a pointed position right here, putting both legs together, pushing strong on the shoulders and arms, keeping the ears covered, your stomach and buns tight. If you feel comfortable and you are able to do this, you can walk your stomach closer to the wall, and you're gonna hold 15 seconds for beginners, 30 seconds for intermediates. Once you finish the 15 or 30 seconds, you're gonna walk down carefully and safely, 1 foot at a time, and give a big hi-ya! Alrighty, last but not least, we're gonna get into some handstand holds. Please ask your parents for permission and perform this in a safe area. Advanced, we're gonna actually let you kick up to the wall, okay? So you're gonna put your hands as close to the wall as possible, maintaining strong arms. Your dominant leg is forward, all right? Go ahead and practice your lever T in position, and then you're gonna push up, kick to the wall, try and get your legs together. Keep your eyes on your hands. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes and your stomach. Grow 5 more inches. You're gonna be here for 60 seconds. See how I'm also not touching the wall? I'm practicing to hold it on my own. You can do that too, like, tapping away from the wall so you can find your sweet spot. Once you hit 60, try and come back to the lunge position, finishing in gymnastics fingers.